We now move on to question number 5C of the CA Foundation course held in May 2025. This particular question is related to issue of shares, but it's a very comprehensive problem because it's a combination of issue of shares, it involves issue of bonus shares, and it also involves issue of right shares. And more important is that please read the problem carefully because there are certain conditions that are applied here in the problem, and one of them is that when bonus shares are issued, you are supposed to use minimum amount of profit and loss. And another point very important is that when bonus shares are issued, we utilize free reserves. But one of the reserves that is given here is and cannot be used, and that is revaluation reserve. Now let's move on to the solution. The instruction given was that on 30th of April 24, the board of directors have called for the balance of the share amount. And what was that balance? 30 rupees per share to how many shareholders? 1,50,000 shareholders. So the entry for that would be share final call account debit to equity share capital, which is 45 lakhs. This amount of final call money is received by the 31st of May 24, and therefore the entry for that would be bank account debit to share final call account. Now, besides this, the board of directors are also issuing bonus shares, and the bonus shares are being issued in the ratio of 3 shares for every 5 shares held. Now, what was the number of shareholders who would receive these shares? 1,50,000. So for every 5, 3. So the number of bonus shares that are being issued is 90,000. So the entry for the bonus issue, which is on the 1st of July, the entry is bonus shares account debited to equity share capital 90 lakhs because it is being issued in the ratio of 3:5. And the number of shares that are being issued as bonus is 90,000. Now, where does this amount for the bonus issue come from? It comes from the free reserves. And as I had mentioned it earlier, you have to be understanding what the instruction maintains here, that profit and loss is to be utilized to the minimum. And there is one more reserve which was there, revaluation reserve, which cannot be used for bonus issue. So we are utilizing the reserves for the bonus issue. The amount that I require for the bonus issue is 90 lakhs. So where does it come from? From general reserves, I utilize the entire amount of 25 lakhs. From security premium, 30 lakhs. From capital redemption reserve, 25 lakhs, and the balance that we still require is 10 lakhs, which is being utilized from profit and loss account. So these reserves are being debited to bonus shares account. The third part of the problem says that the directors are issuing right shares to the existing shareholders on 1st of October. Therefore, what we need to know is what is the number of right shares that are being issued. So, 1 right share for every 5. So the number of right shares we would have to work out. We had 1,50,000 shares, 90,000 shares were issued as bonus. So total number that we are having is 2,40,000. So 1 for 5, therefore how many for 2,40,000? And that works out to 48,000 shares being issued as rights. Now these right shares, the entry for that would be bank account debit to equity right share capital to security premium. Now, as I said, what's the number of shares that are being issued as right shares? 48,000. But these right shares are being issued at a premium of rupees 10 per share. Therefore, That works out to 48,000 into 100, that is the face value, and 48,000 into 10, that is the premium, being rights shares fully subscribed by the existing shareholders. Now, the question also tells us that we are supposed to prepare notes to these accounts. So the notes to these accounts are for two. One, relating to the share capital, and second is relating to the reserves and surplus. So the authorized capital, 500, that's in lakhs. Issued and subscribed, that comes to 2,88,000. How 2,88,000? 1,50,000 that were already issued. Then we issued 90,000 as bonus, and then 48,000 was issued as right shares. Therefore, it comes to 2,88,000 equity shares. That is 288 lakhs. Preference shares, there is no change. Now coming to the second part of it, reserves and surplus. Revaluation reserve, I said, cannot be utilized. Then we have utilized general reserves. The balance is nil. Capital redemption reserve, utilized. Now the balance remaining is nil. Security premium, the amount utilized is full, so balance remaining is nil. And utilized is 30. But we have issued right shares and at a premium. So that gets an addition of 4.80. So my share premium account now will stand at 4.80. And last, that is profit and loss, we had 20. Utilized for issue of bonus 10. So the balance remaining is 10. So the balance in my reserves and surplus stands at 20.